The House Justice Committee rejects the impeachment complaint filed against President Rodrigo Duterte by Magdalo Representative Gary Alejano. The House panel says Alejano's impeachment complaint was sufficient in form but insufficient in substance. Alejano wants Duterte impeached for his alleged involvement in the Davao Death Squad, the bloody war against drugs, Duterte's supposed unexplained wealth, the ghost employees hired by the Davao City government when he was mayor, and the president's approach to the South China Sea dispute with China. Majority Leader Rodolfo Fariñas grills Alejano about the complainant's personal knowledge of the accusations he made against the president. Alejano says he did not personally see the murders in the complaint, and he does not have personal knowledge of Duterte's financial transactions. He says he based his accusations against Duterte on authentic records. Duterte counts at least 267 out of 293 lawmakers as his allies. The first and third divisions of the AntiGraft Court Sandigan Bayan denied the request of alleged pork barrel scam mastermind Janet Lim Napoles to be transferred to the National Bureau of Investigation's Custodial Center. The divisions grant the prosecution's request to move her to Camp Bagong Diwa in Taguig instead. But the court's 5th division, where Napoles also has a plunder case, has yet to resolve the issue. The 1st division on Monday says there was no evidence that Napoles will face danger in Camp Bagong Diwa, while the 3rd division says Napoles failed to show proof that Napoles was indeed getting threats inside the Correctional Institute for Women in Mandaluyong. Napoles' lawyer Stephen David earlier told the court that Napoles is receiving threats every day. Senator Grace Poe says former Transportation Secretary Mar Roxas mishandled the Metro Rail Transit Line 3. This after another hearing into the worsening condition of the MRT3 Monday.
I'm convinced that during his time they dropped the ball. And I also am convinced that Secretary Abaya should not have allowed it to continue or persist during his time.
She's referring to former Transportation Secretary Jun Abaya, who succeeded Roxas in 2012. Poe brings up the name of a certain Marlo de la Cruz, who was allegedly part of the group controlling contracts under Roxas. De la Cruz, who is supposedly linked to Roxas and the Liberal Party, was invited to the Senate probe but did not attend. Poe says De la Cruz is one of the incorporators of PH-TRAM-CBNP, which was awarded the MRT3 maintenance contract in 2012 despite being incorporated only 2 months before with a small capital of 620,000 pesos. Abaya says he had to immediately sign the award to PH-TRAM-CBNP upon assuming his post so that MRT3 operations would not be stalled. He says it was Roxas' team who vetted the firm and finalized the contract. Hundreds of thousands of Chinese computers at nearly 30,000 institutions and government agencies are hit by the global ransomware attack. Qihu 360, one of China's leading suppliers of antivirus software, says government offices, universities, banks, and hospitals are infected by the outbreak. China's state media says the attack is still spreading in the country but slowed significantly. Governments and computer experts warned the world hasn't seen the end of the global cyber attack that hit more than 150 countries. The attack began Friday and exploited known vulnerabilities in older Microsoft computer operating systems. The attack locked Windows computers with images demanding payment of $300 in the virtual currency Bitcoin. Payment is demanded within 3 days or the price is doubled, and if none is received within 7 days, the locked files will be deleted. Bitcoin, the world's most used virtual currency, allows anonymous transactions via heavily encrypted codes. United States President Donald Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron will hold a lengthy lunch in Brussels this month to compare perspectives. The White House says Macron, who took office on Sunday, and Trump are not as uncomfortable allies as it first may seem. This despite suspicions that Trump would have preferred far-right candidate Marine Le Pen to win the recent French election. Both Macron and Trump are presidential neophytes. A senior Trump administration official says a recent phone call between the two went very well. While their ideology may differ, both Trump and Macron come from outside traditional political lines. Macron is the first candidate from outside traditional political parties to win the French presidency in decades. Trump won the Republican presidential nomination but has often shattered party orthodoxy.